Hello, guys and gals, and this is a movie review for Shang Chi and The Legend of the Ten Rings. Please hold just a sec. I think that's the name of it. I want to make sure I get the name right. I'm doing a movie review. I want to make sure I get the movie title completely right. So, anyways, um, while I'm looking this up, Shang Chi and the Legend of. Okay, this is a Marvel movie, and they are apparently creating another cinematic universe, which is awesome. I love the first cinematic universe that they created, even though I didn't really see very many of the movies. Because, when this all started out, I didn't realize that there was going to be, a big 21, 22, 23 movie cinematic universe. So I didn't see like Captain America, or I didn't see the Hulk, and I only saw like one of the Iron Men, and only one of the Iron Man movies. I did see Civil War, I think, because I rented it from the library. I really didn't see very many of the movies that really went into the first cinematic universe, and I probably won't see very many that go into this one, basically because I don't really watch movies very often, and let alone go to the theater at all. Um, just basically because I find theaters to be, too cold, the floors are sticky, stuff that, plus the nearest theater is quite a ways from home. Um, I'm just not a theater kind of person. The last time I was at a theater was to see Avengers Endgame, I believe it was, and prior to that, it was like maybe either Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron or maybe even the animated feature Mulan. It might have been Nine Lives, and that was back when my mom was alive, so that was at least 3 or 4 years ago when Nine Lives came out. And about the time of The Secret Life of Pets, actually. That probably would have been the last one had we gone. The last time that I was actually at a movie theater prior to Endgame. But I'm not too much into the whole theater scene. Um, just because I find movie theaters to be, they always have the sound too loud for me. And, I just like being at home and watching movies at my leisure. Then you can, like, go to the bathroom and come back, pause the movie, go to the bathroom, come back, and you don't miss anything. Anyways, all that being said, oh gee, I spent 2 minutes talking about that. People are gonna hate this review. Anyways, this is a Marvel slash Disney movie. Anyways, it is rated PG-13 for strong language, and yeah, there is quite a bit of cursing in it, which I don't know. I'm not too much into movies that swear a lot, but this movie was pretty good. Anyways, this follows at least I think pretty close to the comic book, but I'm not exactly sure. My dad watched it, and he basically has all the comic books related to Shang-Chi. I think in the comic book, the big bad guy was Fu Manchu, actually. And this was, I forget what his name was. But he got the name the Mandarin, anyways. And I was slightly aware of this because the animated series Iron Man really dealt with the Mandarin and the retrieval of the Ten Rings and stuff like that. What this movie does differently is that the rings aren't exactly finger rings, they are actual bracelets, those kind of rings. And I have to say that works pretty well. Um, now, spoiler alert, I did do some research and I know the origin of the Ten Rings because I've basically done research. Whether they will actually follow this pattern or not, follow the comic formula, they didn't exactly follow the formula with Infinity War, so it's kind of iffy if they'll actually give the origin of the Ten Rings. But they follow the comic book. The Ten Rings were originally part of space dragons. There was this race of space dragons. Um, I'll have the name of them here in a second. Um, Shang-Chi, I forget. Anyways, um, uh, just give me just a second here. I'll pause just so you don't have to go through this. There we go. Instead of talking and rattling on endlessly while I'm doing these internet searches, I had to I did a little research. The actual source of the rings, it isn't the Sonic universe, so I think that would be kind of cool since Nintendo does actually have the Sonic games on their platform now, which is kind of weird that Nintendo and Sega kind of joined forces. So in my logic, the Ten Rings could basically come from the Sonic universe, but anyways, they don't. They actually are the power source. The power sources for an alien spaceship of space dragons called the Maclons. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Actually, it's probably Macluans because it's Luans, not Launs. Makluans. Macluans, and they do look awesome. I hope that maybe there is a flashback scene, or in a future movie. Anyways, 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 this movie also I think connects to is another integral part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe that they are building. There is a slight mention in the film once of the Thanos snap where half the population vanished in the blink of an eye. But that's basically only a link minus the post-credit scenes to anything outside of the confines of the movie, and is the link back to the Avengers and stuff like that. I honestly felt this movie was really good and very well done. I don't know if it exactly follows the comic book, like I say, but I thought that it was really well done. The movie was really well paced, and soundtrack was awesome. By the way, it's always good to have a movie that's well paced. Really, really fascinating the take they took. Does that make sense? The take they took of the source material. Not that I've actually seen the source material, but it is a very good movie, in my opinion, of course. Um, it is rated PG-13 for swearing, of course. They drop several S bombs, of course, and stuff like that. Um, then again, this isn't exactly a children's movie to begin with. A lot of fantasy violence and stuff like that. But overall, it was pretty good. People will say that there are Pokemon in this movie. Please hold just a sec. Okay, I'm at 93%. Just checking my power level here. I don't want to overcharge my phone. And there are several creatures that could be called Pokemon, but I believe they are the creatures that the Pokemon were derived from. There is a Kitsune, which could be actually considered a Ninetales. There is what we would call in the West a foo dog, um, also known as a Kylan, Quillen, or something like that, from World of Warcraft. Um, that could basically be considered an Arcanine. There is a Phoenix or two that could be considered a Moltres, and basically the dragon could be considered one of the dragons could be considered Rayquaza, but basically it is separate from Pokemon because Pokemon draws its inspiration from Chinese and Japanese mythology, and a bunch of these characters are from there as well. A bunch of the of that of the inspiration. So yeah, very well done. I thought that the CGI was spot on. Um, the plot was really good too. There is another reference. I don't remember which Iron Man it was that had the Mandarin in it, who was the actor, but he makes a resurgence in this one. So there is another link back to at least to the Iron Man movies, in that you meet the Mandarin again. Not the actual Mandarin, but the actor that was the Mandarin. And that was pretty good too. I like how they did the whole, well, look back at this movie and we'll bring this character forward into this movie. And kind of a um, repentance arc for this particular character, which was really, really fascinating. Overall, I give this movie very high marks. I thought that it was very well made. I look forward to seeing more movies in this particular cinematic universe because so far it's off to a great start. Um, but yeah, I felt the movie was very well. The movie was a little long, but you didn't really notice it. It was 2 hours 12 minutes, I want to say, or 2 hours 21 minutes. I just know it was over 2 hours, but it didn't seem like it because the movie was well paced. And with good movies, they can be really long, and you don't really realize it because you're really engrossed in the movie. And this is one of those movies that was really good. Um, so yeah, I highly recommend this movie. I thought that it had lots of good action and some genuinely funny moments. This movie gets really high marks from me, but that's just my opinion, and you can either take my opinion or leave it. Either way is fine. And if you like this content, make sure you like and subscribe and ring the bell so you know when I upload. Also, if you want to support me in any way or if you want to join the Discord server, all the information will be in the description below. And as always, thanks for watching, everyone. You are loved, and have a great day.